It was 1997. I was 18 years old and halfway through my first psychology course in my undergrad and university. And we finally got to the unit that I know that I was waiting for. And that was the unit on abnormal psychology. And we learned about things like delusions of grandeur and narcissistic personality disorder and all sorts of things. But before we began, the professor made an impassioned plea that the reason we were learning all this stuff was not so that we could go psychoanalyze our friends. We weren't to do that. Let's be honest. We did that anyway. For the next couple of weeks, we all went out and told our friends exactly what we thought about their internal psychological makeup. That was a delusion of grandeur, or, that was slightly narcissistic, or whatever the case was. We can sometimes do that in our spiritual lives, don't we? Every once in a while in the life of faith or in the church, we have discussions of heaven and hell, right and wrong, good and bad. And the tendency is to try to rank everybody. In our gospel reading today, we have this reading of Jesus saying that the king will sit upon the throne and he will separate the right from the left, the sheep from the goats. And then he goes on to talk about how that separation occurs and why that occurs. All right, you gave me something to eat, you gave me something to drink, you clothed me, you visited me, or you didn't do that. And the danger is that we take that reading and we wield it, right? We weaponize it, we use it as a way to rank everybody else. But of course, we're always okay, right? Like we're always the sheep. We're always the epitome of righteousness and holiness. But Bill or Sally or Frank, they are obviously out in the outer darkness. And so we begin to create this system by which we rank everybody spiritually. And we either accept them or we write them off. Well, is that what Jesus wants us to do? Is that the reason why Jesus talks to the disciples about the separation of sheep and goats? Because he wants them to go out and start judging people. No. When it says that the king will sit upon the throne and separate the sheep from the goats, it doesn't say that the king will then turn to us and ask, so what do you think about Bill? No. The whole reason that Jesus gives this lesson to the disciples is not so that they can go judge others and they can go rank other people, so that we can do that. No, it's so that we can look at our lives as people who long to be the people of God, as people who want to follow Jesus, so that we can look at our lives and we can ask ourselves, are we living in Christ's kingdom? Are we living Christ's way? Are we incarnating in our lives the things that Jesus wants us to incarnate? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about here at the cathedral this morning. We have two services on Sunday mornings. We have one at 8 o'clock, and that's in our chapel. That's a very kind of quick, traditional type service. And we have one at 10 o'clock here in the sanctuary, and that is a more contemporary service. We have songs and a kids focus, and it's great fun. And we want to invite you to join us, either at 8 o'clock or at 10 o'clock. If you're in the Kamloops area, please consider coming to St. Paul's Cathedral. We'd love to have you worship with us. If you're outside of Kamloops or just can't make it out this morning, then please join us online. We live stream at 10 o'clock on our Facebook page, which is just St. Paul's Kamloops on Facebook. But wherever you are, may you know that Jesus is with you. May you know the love of God surrounds you. God bless you all.